Hello and welcome to this new episode to No More Diets. When we're here discussing some of the ideas from the book. I'm going to freelance a little bit. I'm not going to read literally the chapters of the book, but we're here on the introductory chapters, still in introductory chapters, and I want to talk about my commitment to you. My commitment to you is not that you just read this book like you read some sort of fiction novel and to entertain you and to just be with me for a few hours. What I want to do here is I want to make sure that you get as committed as I am to your health and also to your self-esteem, that you take another step forward in how you interpret yourself, how you see yourself, how you justify what's going on in your health, as far as is good, is bad, is in between. So that would be more important than just entertaining you here and spending a few hours together. So it's very important that you feel good, that you see something that you like in the mirror when you get out of the shower and you're fully naked and you stand in front of the mirror and you say, okay, this is me, and I accept it, and I like it, and I'm okay with who I am, knowing that I'm gonna get better. That's so crucial. That's like a first step. Who doesn't like that? Who doesn't like to get out of the shower and go, I'm so sexy, I'll do myself, something like that. Now, kidding and joking aside, it's very important that you accept who you are and you like who you are. So if right now you don't love yourself very much, or less, at least you don't love what you see in the mirror, let's change that. Okay, that's a very important step. I want to help you have a longer, healthier life, but also to take care of the aesthetic. Obviously, my main goal is not just aesthetic. My main goal is longevity. My main goal is immunology. My main goal is health. However, we can do that, and at the same time, it doesn't need to be either or. And at the same time, let's take a look at the mirror and let's enjoy what we see in the mirror. So I want you to understand, first of all, that there's no such thing as good and bad meals. There's good and bad digestions. There's good and bad metabolisms. There's good and bad processing of that meal. There's good and bad burning it or no burning of that meal. The meal itself intrinsically is just a meal. So carbohydrates are not bad. Fat is not bad, chocolate is not bad, ice cream is not bad. As a matter of fact, I joke often that if I created a diet, which I'm against diets, but if I created one, it would be the chocolate diet. Imagine all you can eat chocolate, but you cannot eat anything else but chocolate. What would happen? You would end up, hating chocolate. You'll be like, chocolate, no more, please. And at first you will eat a lot, but then every day you will eat less and less and less and less. And finally, you just eat as much as you need to survive. And you will lose weight eating chocolate, guaranteed. I can make a short-term diet of you eating anything and losing weight. That's why diets don't work. These diets that they make you believe that carbohydrates are the bad guys, and then you start eating all these saturated animal fats. And sure, you lose weight in the short term, but in the long term, you're killing yourself. That's like a ticking bomb to your heart. So that's very unhealthy. Eating chocolate the rest of your life would be equally unhealthy, but it's just a joke. It's a joke that I guarantee you, I would bet my salary that if we make the experiment, people will lose weight. Of course they will lose weight on the short term if you just eat chocolate, because you're not eating all the other macronutrients and obviously you will eat eventually less quantities and less calories, and that's what all diets do. So forget about diets and forget about that notion that some foods are bad, like chocolate is bad or bread is bad or cheese is bad. No, it all depends how you eat it, what quantity you eat, if you mix it, what do you mix it with. There's many factors. It's not so black and white. This diet is not so black and white. It's not pure math. There's more factors that nobody tells you about, and we're here to learn about them. So nothing black and white, no good and bad meals. And obviously, it's all about how your metabolism, how your body accept that meals and what do you do with it. That's the whole idea. As a matter of fact, I have an example. One of my uncles, that eats whatever he wants to eat, and for many, many years, finally now it's catching up to him, but for many years, we're talking about maybe 20, 30 years since I can remember that I know him, he's been putting on weight, eating horribly bad, and all the medical checkups he was perfect. No cholesterol, no sugar, no nothing. Perfect build, clean health, year after year after year after year. And if you watch him eat, you will go like, oh my God, you're gonna eat tomorrow of a heart attack. However, he was perfectly until very recently. So it took like 30 years to catch up to him, this bad eating, but he was fine, he was okay. So obviously he's an extreme example. That goes to show you that it's not as much what you eat, what your body does with what you eat. And the example of my uncle, he would enjoy the food so much, and he was so convinced that it was good for him, and he was enjoying it so much. There was zero, not even an ounce of guilt about his meals and the way he would eat, and that's why on the medical checkups he was perfect, year after year after year after year. Now he's getting older, and of course, it's like smokers. You can be smoking, I don't know, up to your 80s or your 90s, and nothing happens, and all of a sudden, oh, lung cancer. Bad luck, no, accumulation of many years of your body doing miracles, and then he finally got tired of doing miracles. So your body does miracles, and it's not so important what you eat, it's how you eat it. That's the whole premise of this system. Don't just put a label on certain foods as bad or good. It's how you mix them, how you eat them, and the holistic plan around your meal. If you're convinced that meal is good for you, if the portions are right, if you're not mixing it with anything that is going to create trouble digesting it, if you're digesting it right, your metabolism is using it right, and you're burning it right, then it doesn't matter what you eat. It's other things. It's not so simple. I understand that we need to make it simple to sell books and to sell diets and to sell pills. And if it sounds simple, people will buy it. Unfortunately, the science is not so simple. So you can achieve the body that you want as long as you understand the keys to reprogram your metabolism. So again, it's not about what you eat, it's reprogramming your metabolism, it's resetting your set point, it's programming, like you coding, like a computer guy, a person, a coder, I guess that they call him. You change the code of the software, and then the program is going to work differently. That's what we're doing here, and we're doing it in a natural way that is sustainable in time, long term. So that's what you want to do. You want to reprogram your metabolism. And that sounds like a miracle, that sounds like magic, but trust me, it works. It's been working for thousands of years in the Eastern cultures. So you're gonna achieve your weight loss goals, or your ideal weight, we should say, eating what you like, not going hungry, no rebound effect, and not killing yourself in the gym and getting injured in the gym. So that's what we call, that's the premise behind this system, no more diets, the end of diets, or the boom system, boost and optimize your own metabolism, because you're gonna optimize it, you're gonna reprogram it. That's what we're doing. So you gain control back of your life, you gain control back of your health, you gain control back of your weight, you gain control back of your whole life. That's the whole idea here. And all you need to do is open your mind. Open your mind to new ideas. Open your mind. They're not new. They've been working for thousands and thousands of years in the Eastern countries, in China, Japan, Vietnam, etc., Korea. It's just a new concept for us Westerners anyhow. Instead of doing diet, learning how to eat better. That's it. Instead of doing diet, learning how to eat better. Instead of doing yet another diet, that none of them work, learn how to eat better. That's the premise right here. That's the idea. So if you have an open mind, you will achieve your goals. And in order to get the best of this program, just assume that everything that you've been told in the past is wrong. Just humor me. Assume that everything that you've been taught in the past about diet, about carbohydrates, about fats, about macronutrients and micronutrients and this and that, just assume everything's wrong and start with a clean slate. Start with a tabula rasa. Start with nothing in your mind, okay? Like a new child, okay? And whatever this crazy guy named Joaquim Almeria here on the other side of the video, or the other side of the book, is telling you, just accept it, try it. And if it doesn't work for you, at the end of the weeks, you can call me, whatever names you want, squat, you fool. Then you can question my methods, but try it first. And if you like 99% of all the people that has gone through this system, you're gonna get results and you're gonna go, maybe there is another way. Maybe there's another way that works better than all that we've been told and we've been programmed to believe by society, by the media, etc., etc. So just try it. That's all I'm asking you. Keep an open mind, try it. If it works for you, good. If it doesn't work, throw it out of the window, throw it to the trash. I don't care. But you need to try it the way I tell you to try it. Do yourself a favor. Don't reinvent the wheel. Don't reinvent the wheel on me. Don't do whatever you want to do. Do exactly as you're told, because this is like any other system. If we're going to a cooking system, for instance, and you want to cook chocolate cake, okay, you need two really important things. On one side, you need the ingredients, right? If you look at any recipe, there's going to be on one side, one column of the ingredients, and the other column, the cooking process, what we call the syntax of the process, right? And you need to get both right, both columns right. First the ingredients and then the syntax. Why? Because if you're trying to make chocolate cake and you have all the ingredients right, but one chocolate, and you get pineapple instead, what you're gonna get at the end? You're gonna get pineapple cake. You're not gonna get chocolate cake, and you will tell me, Joaquin, but I did almost everything right. I did 99% of the ingredients, and I follow the instructions to the T. I just changed one little detail, insignificant detail. Oh yeah, insignificant. You end up with a pineapple cake instead of chocolate cake, and it was just one minor little thing that you changed. Or if you change the order, if you put the thing in the oven before you mix it, it's not gonna be a cake. It's gonna be like, I don't know, a thing, but it's not gonna be a cake. So if you change the order that you do things, you're not gonna get the results either. So do yourself a favor. Obviously, we're gonna talk about cakes here, and do not change the order of things on me, and do not change the ingredients. Do as you're told. Don't skip any exercise. Don't go, oh, I don't like this, or I don't feel comfortable doing this. I'll just skip it. I'll do the rest minus this one. Because then again, minus this one, maybe you're missing the chocolate in the chocolate cake. You don't know. It's not your system. You didn't create it. You haven't been studying this like I've been studying it for almost 40 years. So don't reinvent the wheel on yourself. Do it for you. Don't do it for me. I don't care if you change my method. Do it for you because I care that you get the results. If you go changing things, or just doing what you like or what's comfortable for you, if you don't want to step out of your comfort zone, you're going to suffer the consequences. So please do yourself a favor. Don't change anything. Just do it as told, as is, in the order with the ingredients. Don't change anything on me. Okay. Now it's time to get going. Next chapter. Would it work for me? Okay, this is like a question that I hear many times. Oh, Joaquin, you don't understand. I tried everything and nothing worked for me. So this new method, will it work for me? What guarantees do I have? And first of all, you don't have any guarantees, okay? There's no such thing in life. However, if you do the work, the people that actually do the work, 99%, actually I would do 100%, because that 1% that messes up my statistics are the ones that don't do the work, or change the order, or skip process, or jump ahead. Those are the ones that don't get the results, or they do get results, but less than average results. Okay, and I want you to get at least average results, which is a very healthy loss weight in 8 weeks, and then you maintain it, and then you do it again, and you lose another 10 pounds, 50 pounds. It depends. It depends on how much you have to lose now, how much you will lose in 8 weeks, because it's not the same someone that is very fit and just wants to lose a little bit of maybe 1 pound of fat around the belly and wants to shred even more and is already shredded. It's not the same someone like that someone that's grossly overweight and has 50 pounds to lose. Obviously, the first one with my method will lose only 1 pound and will end up shredded as he wants to. And the other one, if he's got 50 pounds to lose, maybe we can lose 15, 20, I don't know, 22, it depends. So that cannot be guaranteed, of course. The results, positive results, they can be guaranteed, because I've been doing this for so long with so many people. I've seen it all already. So will this work for me? It's not up to debate, non-debatable. Of course, it will work if you do the work. That's the answer. That's the answer that, will the sun come up tomorrow in the morning? Non-debatable. Of course, it's going to come up tomorrow morning. And another thing is that you get out of the house and you enjoy it. If you just shut all the shutters and all the windows and you hide in your bedroom under the blankets, maybe you won't see the sun, but sun is there. So will this work for you? For sure it will work if you do the work. I've seen it so many times, and time after time is always the same. Do the work, get results. Do the work, get results. It's just like that. So have faith and do the work. You'll enjoy the results. I know it could be intimidating. I know that I totally understand. I can put myself in your shoes, and I totally understand if you tried other things in the past and did not work. It's hard to believe now. It's hard to have faith. Don't have faith. Just do it. Give it 8 weeks. What do you have to lose? Just some pounds, nothing else. And if after 8 weeks of doing the work, be strict. Do it for yourself. Do your best effort. If after 8 weeks doesn't work for you, just call me a liar, or just fall in love with me and like most people do. If you look at my social media, the people that do the work and know me, you'll see what they say. They're totally in love. They say this is the best thing that happened in my life, and they all do the same. How come this is not common knowledge in the West? We need to make it common knowledge, and that's what we're here. You and I, we're gonna do it together. That's our mission. So you have a new mission now. You have 2 missions. One, to lose weight and take care of your health. Second, make sure that this is mainstream and is known to the West. So just do it. Imagine my success case, John Travolta. Okay, imagine John Travolta. Imagine someone, and he is very nice. Trust me, I work with worse. However, Hollywood people, they're in another status in life. They're in another echelon of society, and it's like a parallel reality. And they have it all, and it's really tough for them to think, okay, I'm gonna discipline myself, or I'm gonna go out of my comfort zone. It's really tough for them to go out of the comfort zone, because without leaving the comfort zone, they can accomplish anything and everything. So imagine that's an extreme case of someone that has that mentality. Imagine you with that mentality. Imagine you being the king of Java, or the king of Timbuktu, or some country, and you have it all done, and you don't have to do anything, and everything gets done. So even in that case, with your own desire to use your willpower for nothing, your own desire to step out of the comfort zone for nothing, even in that extreme case, we achieved our results. We lost a lot of weight and we got fit for the movies. So even in that extreme case, if it worked, of course it's going to work for you. You're going to do the work. You have a different mentality. You probably are a hard worker that really don't mind sweating and don't mind getting dirty and doing the work. So if for people that were not so willing to do the work, it did deliver results. Imagine for you, if you take it seriously. So, and just look at the testimonials. Just look at the people that tried the system. John Travolta is one of my famous clients. Eric Waring is one of my famous clients. I worked with Sheldon Adelson in Las Vegas. I had many clients of fame and fortune that you might recognize their names, and other people that are very wealthy, or that have success in other fields and maybe you don't know them. They're not so mainstream popular. And it worked for all of them, and people for every walk of life. So trust me, it's going to work for you. We have here in the book many testimonials. I'm not going to read them all to you. You have them in my website. You have them in the book. You have it all over the place. So you can read them. As a matter of fact, I'm going to read them. What the heck? Let me read that. So John Travolta, this is what John had to say. Not what had to say. This is what he said. For the press and for the record. But off the record, just think about this. He invited me. He was so pleased. He was so happy with the results. He invited me to work in many movies as a consultant for him, obviously. But the last one we did together, he even invited me to be in front of the camera, not just in the back of the camera. So he was so pleased. He gave me a role as an actor in one of his movies. Why? Because not only I deliver results for him, I deliver great results for his son, for his family, brothers, sisters, mother, the whole family, and ended up working with me. And he was so happy and so pleased that he you don't do that for someone that you're not happy with or that you don't click. So he said, he's done more for me and my family than none of the professionals that I've known before him in my whole career as an actor. Wow. That's what he said. He was happier than ever before. And we have also Adria. Adria, he was studying a master in urbanism, and he was taking medication that gave him a lot of anxiety and caused him a hunger. So he was eating a lot. The medication that he was on make him eat even more, and he was gaining more and more weight. And he couldn't he couldn't stop it. He couldn't control himself. That medication gave him so many cravings, and he thought he was gonna throw the towel. But thanks to Joachim, I accomplished to shed almost 20 pounds, okay, in record time, because it was 10 days. I remember this case. He was leaving to Italy for a Erasmus, for some sort of exchange with the university, and he didn't even have the 8 weeks with me. He had only 10 days. So we went to work for 10 days, and he lost a tremendous amount of weight, and he never put it back. He went to Italy to eat pasta and bread and cheese and whatnot, and he kept that weight. So that was a great success case. And then we have Manuel, that he was stuck for many years. He weighed more than 200 pounds, and now he accomplished losing weight without effort. And now he claims that his body helps him to maintain the weight. So nothing better than that. And then we have Frank, testimony of Frank, that he's been struggling with obesity all his life, and he tried like more than a dozen diets and exercise programs. Nothing worked for him, and knowing Joachim has resolved my problem, and thanks to him, I'm back in control of my ideal weight. Many testimonies like that. We have many people that share the success stories with us. So now I'm going to ask you to share also your experience. After you read this book, I'm going to ask you to give it away, to give it to someone that you know that might be useful for him, and to send you a testimonial as well, so we can include you in the book or in the web. So when you share something that's good for you, that starts a karmic wheel, that you heard it, what goes around comes around. So magic starts to happen when you share the good news. So I'm going to ask you to share the good news. After you read the book, give it to someone else, and share your testimonial with us in a web or social media channels. And that way more people can see that this works for you and might get inspired and think that it might work for them as well. So I'm going to ask you a favor. Just when you get the book, do yourself take a picture with the book and post it in your social network with the hashtag No More Diets. I don't care, Instagram, Facebook, whatever social network you like, and leave a testimony there, or send it to us better, and tell people how much weight you lost using the system and how this changed your life. I'm just going to ask you to do that for us. So we have several hashtags. One is No More Diets. Another one is hashtag My Ideal Weight Just Breathing. So my ideal weight just breathing is one that nobody uses. You can use that one, and share the testimony with us so we can spread the good news. Also, we're always doing different raffles, and we give away prizes for those who has the best testimony. Sometimes we give away computers, tablets, iPhones. So it depends on the month. You can enter one of the raffles. If you have the best testimony, we'll be knocking at your door and telling you, hey, guess what? We have a gift for you. So it's just like a moral bribe to really go into it and leave a decent testimony. What else? Surprises. We have this philosophy of exchange in abundance. So when you do something nice for the community, not just for us, trust me, we're gonna do something even nicer for you. That's a lesson that I've been practicing in my life. That is a concept since I heard it. It really, really shocked me, and I liked it a lot. There's different ways of exchange. There's the rip-off. A rip-off is when you give some value and you get nothing in return. You've been ripped off. Somebody cheat you. Then there's the fair exchange. Okay, fair exchange is if you give me $2, I give you $2 in return of value. And then there's exchange in abundance. Exchange in abundance is when you give me $2, but I give you more than $2 worth, and I shower you with abundance of gifts and surprises. And that's the kind of exchange that I believe, because it's an abundant universe. It's not a universe of scarcity. And when you start setting that wheel in motion, we talked about the karmic wheel earlier. Trust me, some magic starts to happen in your life, and it's way worth it. So let's do that. Okay, get the book, read it, put it into practice, take a picture, post it on the social media, and share with us your results. We're gonna leave it here, and we're gonna one more, and then in the next episode we'll start with chapter 1. So if I can do it, you can do it too. What does that mean? I feel your pain, and I know exactly where you are, because I've been overweight, in and out of being overweight my whole life. And I grew up overweight. I grew up a chubby kid, and I was the one that everybody ridiculed in class. And on top of that, I grew up in a country where everyone was thin. So imagine, back in the day in Spain, everybody was skinny. As a matter of fact, we came from a civil war where food was scarce, and all my friends were tiny and skinny, and I was one of the chubby guys. So it was very unusual to see one of the chubby guys in the class, and I was the receiving end of very, kids can be cruel, so jokes and pranks and bullies and you name it, and to the point that it was hard for me when I was a teenager to even talk to the opposite sex. And thank goodness that I got a mind for competitive sports, and I wanted to be in the Olympics, and I wanted to be a world champion. That led me to a very disciplined way of life, where I did a lot of exercise and diets to be there. So I know what it is to be on a diet. I know what it is to suffer. I know what it is to get results. And then invariably, I would do my bout, I would do my match, I would do the whatever event, and then I would gain weight again. And I was like gaining and losing and gaining and losing. I was into that roller coaster trip forever, for many years. Or I would finish competing. Okay, I say, okay, I'm not going to compete no more. Now I'm going to teach. Boom, I will put on weight. Or I would do a trip, or I would do this, or I would do that. Boom, I would put on weight. So I was constantly going in and out of being in shape, being overweight, being in shape, being overweight. And I was really tired and frustrated of that. And especially, I like to eat. I enjoy food, and not eating the foods that I like, it was like hell for me. It was like a punishment. It was like, too much. That's why later on, when I had these episodes with my cancer patients, I totally could relate to them. I totally could relate. Sometimes I felt that way. I felt like, what the heck? I rather die happy and enjoy while I'm here. We come to this earth to enjoy, not to suffer. So I totally get it. But let me tell you, I broke free of that chain. I broke free of that loop. I broke free of that insanity of going in and out of diets and being on a diet and losing weight and getting out of the diet and gaining the weight back and totally messing up my metabolism. So if I can do it, so can you. And I want you to realize that's where I came from. The system is the result of 3 painful episodes, two painful episodes and 1 not so painful. My whole life going in and out and struggling. My cancer patients, that was very painful to see them die on me. And John Travolta, that was not painful, that was actually enjoyable. But those 3 pivoting events in my life created the system, or gave shape and form to what it is today. So refined and so well done. And now we don't have any rough edges. Now it's like a well oiled, greased machine that works like a Swiss clock. So it works. It worked for me. It can work for you. Not only worked for me, it worked for many of my famous clients. You heard about, you heard them before. Many. Now we've been going through more than 100,000 patients in my clinics, and I don't even know how many people are doing this online now. So now it's exploding. It's almost impossible to count how many students we have online. But this has been working for many people in the past. It's going to work for you too. And I want you to repeat this phrase that is going to work for me. It's going to work for me. It's going to be a mantra. This is new, this is different, and it's going to work for me. If you repeat that, if you convince yourself that that's the truth, which it is, this is going to work for you too. It's going to be very, very powerful. John Travolta, you remember him in Grease and Staying Alive and those movies, and then you remember him in Pulp Fiction or in that movie that he was an angel. I forget the name of it, but you get the picture. And then we turned that around for a while we were working together, and he did a lot of action roles, and you can see the results there. So if he can do it, so can you. And this is my mission in life, okay? My mission in life, I have very clear, is make sure that this system, that's why I was enrolling you earlier to help me out, make sure this system reaches the West and reaches as many people as possible, because this is an idea whose time has come, and God knows that we need it now more than ever. Overweight and obesity is becoming an epidemic, it's becoming a pandemic, and it's killing a lot of people because of diabetes and heart attacks and cardiovascular related issues that are directly linked to being overweight and obese. So this is a serious thing that is punishing us right now. Is hitting us hard in our modern Western society. So I think with your help and with everybody involved in this project and this movement, we'll achieve that. We're gonna liberate people from their chains. And what are the chains? Diet and exercise. That doesn't work more than half of the time. So that's my mission. Help me with my mission. And again, if you're skeptical, I get it. I totally get it. If you're thinking, yeah, sounds too good to be true, I get it. It sounds too good to be true at first, until you start doing it and you see the results and you feel the results in your own flesh, and then you go, okay, this could be possible. This is happening for me. So no more excuses, no more negative thinking, no more maybe, no more procrastinating, no more doubt. Let's just do it. And let me thank you for being here, and let me tell you how blessed I am and how much I like this long formats. I'm growing tired of Instagram and this social media that you don't have time to explain your ideas, expose your ideas, or at least something like this that's counterintuitive. You can put a 2-second or 20-second clip and pretend that people are gonna get it and gonna understand it. We need a longer format. As a matter of fact, intelligent conversation happen only in long formats, and that's why I love this format of the books and the audiobooks and the videos and the podcast, so we can touch each other in a meaningful way. We can understand each other in a deep way, and you're gonna have a chance to apply this technology and this knowledge and feel it in your body. And we need the time. We need the time so it sinks in and you start believing that this can happen for you. It happened for many famous people. It happened for many more not so famous people. So it can happen for you too. Just open yourself to that possibility, and let's move on. Let's move on to the next chapter in the next episode. So, Joaquim Almeria signing out. I love you very much. Namaste. May the Chi be with you, and may the Chi be with you forever and stronger than ever. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. As always, if you find this useful, please share it. If you're listening to the podcast version, just give us positive ratings, give us some good ratings, and share it. And if you haven't done it yet, subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to all my media, because there's a video version of this in my YouTube channel, There's an audio version of this in iTunes, Spotify, all the podcast channels. And make sure that you subscribe and you watch from the beginning, because many of these lessons are sequential, and if you miss one of the crucial ones before, maybe you're not gonna get everything, you're not gonna absorb everything that we're sharing here. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, and make sure you watch all the episodes from number one. That's it. That's all I have for you guys. I'm thrilled to be here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for allowing me to do my mission in life and fulfill that mission, which is help others with their weight and with their health. And until the next one, namaste. Joaquin Maria, over and out.